It's time for a mom therapy session where we bring together everyday Chicagoland moms to vent about everyday parenting issues. Lots of people know them. So today we have Charlotte, Jennifer, and Keyonda. Hi, mamas.
Hey.
Thanks for coming in and hanging with us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so let's jump right into it. Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Kenya Moore, she showed off this picture on Instagram, and she's showing off her abs just 3 weeks after giving birth. So I want to talk to you guys about the post-baby bounce back. Is this mom empowerment, or is this setting unrealistic expectations and pressure on women? Why don't you start?
I actually believe that it's setting unrealistic expectations. I have two girls. I had both of them through C-section. I certainly wasn't looking like Kenya after 3 weeks. It took me about 6 weeks to get back to my normal self. Mind you, I do believe that lifestyle before and after pregnancy does play an important role. However,
So going into it in a really high fitness level.
Exactly. But C-sections are actually major surgery. So I don't know how she's looking like that, but kudos to her.
Right.
I definitely agree, and I think it took you 9 months to get there, so you got to give yourself at least 9 months or even more to get back, you know. And I did work out throughout all my pregnancies, and I did stay active, and I think it helped me. I actually gave birth to my third son in the car by myself.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I take it was a surprise.
Yeah, it was a surprise, but everything was great, and you know, it worked out fine. And I think actually being fit kind of made me feel like I could do this, and I have no choice, so I'm going to do this. You know? But I think, you know, after the baby, a lot of times, you know, 2/3 of women, pregnant women, experience something called Diastasis Recti, where your abdominal muscles separate. And so when you go into, if you go in to try to start a really huge, high impact exercise regimen, your core muscles might not be there where they were before, or your pelvic floor might be a little weak from.
So it's just physically not possible.
Physically not possible. And so I think you have to take that time to enjoy being with your baby, bonding with your baby at 1 and 2 and 3 months, because you're never going to get that time back.
Yeah.
But the gym is always going to be there 2 years down the road, 3 years
like
down the
that
road.
theory.
Always going to be there.
Yeah.
Take that time for you and your baby.
Keyonda, what do you think?
Well, I'm all about snapping back and mom empowerment, but in this world of social media, that picture just really put so much pressure, because realistically, we don't have the private chefs and the personal trainers, and if you ask me, the tummy tucks. So I really think that getting your body back after having a baby, it's hard, it's a challenge, you know. I had 2 C-sections, I have a 3-year-old, and I still have baby weight, you know. I mean, even Beyonce talk about having a fupa, so
Yeah.
if Beyonce's saying it, you know.
And she loves it too.
And
I feel
she
like she's
loves
like, I
it.
like it. I'll get rid of it when I want, but for now I like it.
Yes, and not letting it define us, you know. Enjoy that you have a healthy baby.
Yeah.
And snap back when you can, but don't let social media and these celebrities tell you when to do it.
I haven't had a baby, and I don't even think I could do that in 3 weeks. So.
Right.
Okay, let's talk about another topic, baby registries. So first-time moms say nothing is more overwhelming than standing in the aisles of a baby store trying to figure out what to add to your baby registry and if you actually need it. And actress Amber Tamblyn actually recently said, get your kid used to the real world. I think wipe warmers are pretty ridiculous. So what advice would you extend to new moms to be? Do you feel like there's typical baby registry items that are just unnecessary?
Yeah, I do, and I think you know, if you don't think you think you want everything new, but if you can get stuff handed down from friends and family, totally go there. When you're registering for like the 0 to 3, also stick in that 6 to 9 and 9 to 12, because in a matter of minutes, those babies are going to be in there, and they might not even get to that 0 to 3 stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
I could see that.
Try to stick with like gender neutral, like yellows and greens, because if you have another baby down the road, they can always use that. And always sometimes you know, ultrasounds aren't always correct. And you never know. I mean, maybe you're having the opposite of what you think you are. And also, don't forget yourself. Register for house cleaning service. Register for gift cards that you can use at any time you want. Register for a food delivery service. You know, register for Netflix or a good magazine.
Those are really good tips.
Remember yourself.
Yeah.
It's so important. And also, one last thing, a lot of mamas don't realize the breast pump that often costs hundreds of dollars. In 2018, the Affordable Act, they passed a law that where insurance agencies are now paying for that.
They're covering the breast pump.
covering
So
the
you may
breast
not
pump,
need that.
which is huge.
Okay, so check
just,
with your
you know,
insurance on
remember that. So.
Okay, cool. Keyonda, what do you think?
Well, I love baby registries. I think they're really helpful, especially for non-parents, to kind of help know what to get, because they don't know what to get.
Yep.
But it's also good for parents, because if you're using a theme or if you are only using natural care products, it would be good to know. So I think
Yes.
baby registries are good. But in the flip side, I think it's getting out of control with these expensive gadgets and expensive registry items. I mean, I used one, but I kept different price points, and I kept people's budget in mind, you know. So keep those high price items for the godparents, the grandparents, or use your collected gift cards and purchase those. You know, let's not Kim Kardashian it.
Yeah,
You know.
I like that you bring up just telling people what you want, because some people do want the natural stuff. Okay, so we have to get to your answer too.
Well, I say live your best new mom life. That's what I say.
Yes.
I feel that, you know, as a new mom, when I had my first child, I was adding everything I wanted. Everything I saw, I was putting on there. But now that I'm a little seasoned, more seasoned in terms of motherhood, I know that there are some things that are not needed. Like, I do agree that we don't need white warmers, but hey, do what you got to do for yourself. That's what I say.
I love it. We're talking about private parts. Cookie, Vivi, Hoo Hoo, Winker, and Wee Wee, not the reindeer. They are names for private parts. It is not uncommon for parents to use non-clinical names for private parts. However, a lot of articles have also argued that using not using proper names for these body parts kind of stigmatized body shaming and caused confusion. So I want to know your thoughts about this.
Well, I don't think it causes confusion as long as the child knows the clinical name or the correct name. I have boys. When I grew up, my mother called my private part a private part. I still use it in certain settings. But when I was potty training my boys, I called it a pee-pee. And of course, when they went to the doctor, I would explain to them what it was, and they know the correct term. But if they're comfortable saying pee-pee to me, I prefer that. But as long as they know the original term, I don't think it's confusion. No.
Yeah, I agree with Keyonda. I think that it's 100% accurate. We need to actually let our children know. I do think that it's at the parents' discretion. I do teach my children. I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. The 3-year-old, well, we give pet names for now, but my 6-year-old knows what it's called. As a matter of fact, she was at school yelling, "I have a vagina." And then I got a call from the teacher, so I told her, you know, simmer down. But I think that, you know, we're the ones who stigmatize it, and we're the one who make it uncomfortable. We don't walk around calling our nose a sniffy or foot or walkie, so why give it a different name?
I like that your daughter's so proud. She's
Right.
like, yes, I do. Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree too. You know, I actually think the nicknames are more about us and about the adults that are discussing it and how it makes us feel more comfortable to not say the names. I don't even think the kids care.
Yeah.
You know, my kids, we were playing Junior Monopoly one time, and one of my sons said, "Mom, I really don't like this game. There's just so many erections in it." And it was, you know, he was talking about directions, and we knew that. And then, you know, another time.
That's adorable.
Yeah, and another time, my little one was drawing a picture with a bunch of animals, and he said, "Mom, this dog's name is Boner because he likes a lot of bones." And, you know, and I thought, great. My husband and I looked at each other, and we just laughed through our eyes, you know. But they don't know, and they don't care. And as long as you're just talking about it in normal terms and not making a big deal about it and throwing it out of proportion, and they're not going to care. Just call it what it's called, and it makes it so much simpler for everybody.
Yeah,
you know?
my parents are both in the medical field, and so they taught me like the proper name for it. And my mom said once I was in church, yelling out the proper name. So, yep, sometimes you know it and you're excited about it.
Right, exactly.
Oh, well, ladies, this has been so fun.
it
So
was fun.
huge thank you to Charlotte, Jennifer, and Keyonda. Thank you guys for offering your insight and wisdom with us. It was awesome. So we'll have to have you back. All right, guys, we want to hear from you moms at home, so hit us up on social media. Let us know what you thought about today's mom topics. Plus, what do you want us to talk about in another round of Mom Therapy? What's on your mind? Let us know.